contest. I think
Aaron does voodoo or something to get good waves. I don't know what he's doing, but it's working.
Yeah, Aaron doesn't look like a voodoo guy, but you never know. He could be getting weird with it at home. He might have some dolls and little like shrines and stuff,
The one thing I was thinking about is from this camera angle, and you can see him running, and you can see him coming back up the slope. And there's a good wrap by, I think, the big man, Rob Salazar.
Yeah, finally getting off the judges stand out there, throwing a turn down.
Judging all day.
That's Rob from San Diego.
Chomping at the bit, and that is actually Johnny Atoi's stepfather.
Yep. I've known those guys for a long time. They're guys from San Diego. They don't necessarily stand out in the skim scene as much as some of the Laguna guys do, but they're big players in the sport, and Rob's been helping out judging for a long time, and Johnny Ato's made quite a name for himself being a rider from down in way Southern California. I mean, he's almost down there to Tijuana where he lives, right by the border. He's in San Diego, and there's a couple of good skim spots there.
Yeah, Johnny Atoi was just telling me this morning when I saw him, because I've been on a couple trips with him. He's the kind of guy that instant bond, instant best friend.
He's a fun guy to hang out with.
And I saw him, and we were just rapping this morning, and I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to help Tex, and we just had a moment, and he was telling me about how he's been skimming in Mission Bay in San Diego. He's been riding the boat wakes.
Jeez.
Just cruising all day and skimming boat wakes and having a great time.
Well, you got to get your practice in sometime. They used to do that for contests on the Gulf Coast. There actually were a few contests on the Gulf Coast of Florida when it would be so flat that they would bring a boat in to make a little boat liner.
What I was alluding to earlier is what you don't see in the camera is how steep the slope actually is. Like, it looks pretty manageable from here. Like, that's not that bad. But when you're at the bottom looking up, I mean, the pitch is probably... It's gnarly. It
takes a lot of energy to get yourself back up that slope after a wave as well.
Exactly.
To skim 3 heats here at the VIC in one day, you're going to be tired at night. You're going to need to rest if you want to come back for day 2. So 30 to 39, some pretty good action here. Try to get our head back into the game of what's happening here on the screen. We're just kind of
a little sidetrack there.
Talking about skimboard, and we'd like to just try to let you guys out there on the internet know a little bit more about some of these riders and what's behind the sport. Maybe some stuff you didn't know.
So we are currently in 30 to 39 men amateur, and we have Rob Salazar, Derek Smith, Hiroyuki Hayashi,
wow,
and Michael Meeks Unick on the screen, kind of pulling out of that one.
So I take it that's an international rider in this heat?
I'm going to guess Japan, yes.
Yeah, the Japanese always send a few riders out here. And I shouldn't say send, but there's always a strong contingency from the Japanese skimmers and here at the VIC.
And actually last year we housed... me and my girlfriend housed 5 of the Japanese riders.
What was that like?
In our 1-bedroom apartment.
Oh man, you probably got to bond.
Oh, Meeks out frontside bash.
That must have been hard to communicate.
It was okay. One of our riders, Yuto, I think he's 17 or 16. Dealing with that trough is gnarly. I got up to get some water at like 4 in the morning, and he was sitting cross-legged on the couch on his phone, and I said, dude, go to bed. You got to skim in 3 hours. And he just said, I'm fine, I'm good. So they were struggling with jet lag. I think they're so excited to be here because, like we alluded to earlier, you see the pictures, you see the video. They're up at 5 a.m. They're at the beach at 6 a.m. First light, skimming all day, and they just froth. I love being around them because they're so positive.
I can relate. I'm kind of in froth mode right now. Like, I've had a long summer of work at home, and I'm on vacation. I mean, my first 48 hours here in California, I probably skimmed 8 of them, and yeah, I got some sore hamstrings and definitely a little sun the last couple days. But when you're out here on vacation in Laguna Beach and you only got a couple days, you're going for those double, triple sessions, and
right.
It doesn't matter if you're jet lagged. You're here to get it in.
Oh.
And try to get your barrel.
Yeah, it's almost like a, it's like a surf trip or a skim trip. Like when you're there gonna skim. You're gonna get your sessions in, and
Yeah, you're definitely not there to sleep in your hotel room.
no, for sure. And that's Hero right there. His board, actually, we made him a custom board that says Hero on the bottom. If we can get a shot of it, possibly. But yeah, we are in the middle of round 1, heat 2 for men's amateur 30 to 39. We have Rob Salazar, Derek Smith, Hiroyuki Hayashi, and Michael the Meeks Eunuch.
Michael Eunuch,
Battling it out.
I remember him when I used to live in Laguna Beach. Definitely a staple in the skim scene here.
Yeah, he's cut me off once or twice.
Yeah, you know,
It happens.
it happens to the best of us.
Oh, going down. Those skim boards get slippery.
So we've had a long day here at the VIC. It's almost 6 p.m. here, West Coast time.
You can see the sun starting to dip. I think sunset's probably around like 7:30, 7:45. But I think Tex, the contest director, wanted to push through as many heats as we could so that tomorrow
Don't have to be rushing.
exactly we could have a really good idea of when to put what heats where to really get the best conditions. And as you can see, the tide's starting to come up just a bit, and it's getting a little troughy. It looks like the waves have slowed down a little bit, but look at this little wrap in front.
Yeah, it's
Hero.
it's getting high again, so you're not getting as many waves breaking. A little more of a trough, and it's difficult to skim at the end of the day here at the VIC. You know, as the energy starts to wind down, the sun starts to get lower.
Meeks. So Hero, yesterday morning at 7, we were setting up the scaffolding. He was skimming. I think he was skimming last night. And this morning we were setting up for the contest, and he was skimming. So those guys
Did
just...
he even leave?
Oh my gosh!
Lord. Yikes.
Oh.
Looks like, is that Hero?
Yeah, I think he's okay.
I hope so.
That was a close call.
He might have just got run over. Jeez,
Yeah.
and there's boards flying everywhere.
30 to 39 is like a demolition derby right now.
Cutthroat.
There's Meeks, avid fisherman.
Good shot of Michael Eunuch. Yeah, it's been a good first day of the VIC. Reporting live from Aliso Beach. We're going to resume action tomorrow, starting with, I think some of the older divisions. Tex said is that the 30 to 39 or
Traditionally,
is there 40 and up?
Traditionally, we flip the second day, so we start with the youngest kids today. Tomorrow we flip to 40 and up, and then we run through the semis and finals of all the amateur divisions, and then accommodate the pros for the best conditions. And Meeks throwing a little, was that a frontside big spin?
He almost had it. He threw it in a pretty critical part of the wave there, frontside big spin. He had his feet on it, but just slid out a little bit. But that's pretty impressive at the 30 and 39 division to see a technical trick like a frontside big spin.
So yeah, we'll be running older divisions in the morning. And like I said, we always try to accommodate the pros in the best conditions. We had the men and women wait till the tide dropped out. Middle of the day, tide started dropping out. Ran men's up until lunch, and then we went straight into women's. I think women's had pretty much almost dead low tide, the best conditions we can plan for, and then went straight back into men's. And I think we'll probably see something similar tomorrow. And he just took that on the chest right there.
Rob Salazar, I don't know. He might have hurt the wave worse than that hurt him.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that guy's like a refrigerator.
That was a big body bash.
There's Meeks down in front, and Mr. Eunuch skims a lot in Laguna. I see him at Aliso a lot when it's big. He likes big, like south swell thumping Aliso. And you can see he's a big guy too. I think he's like 6'2", and he'll put a hurt on a wave, like right here. Whoa!
Boom. There it is. Mike Eunuch, backside bash.
And you see how much spray through it. Still kind of trickling. They're going to pull the jersey off as we wind this heat down. We're going to go into round 1, heat 3 of the amateur men, 30 to 39. And let me check with our technical director if this is going to be our last heat of the day. Is this going to be the last heat of the day?